I'm not going to say a word because Molly has plenty to say.
Yeah, we have a lot to track over the next 48 hours. Huge changes. We were in the 60s today, 4 degrees off the record. There's rain on triple Doppler brought to you by Falso Service Expert. That is going to change over the next 24 hours. We have another round of rain that moves through, and it very quickly changes over to snow. So right now, if you are headed out for the evening, I would plan on generally damp conditions. It's still mild. Temperatures are hanging out in the low 50s, upper 40s right now. That's warm for this time of year. And the heaviest rain is moving off. We'll still have a few scattered showers, some drizzle, some fog, just generally damp conditions through the overnight into maybe early tomorrow morning. Then we're dry during the daytime. Rain moves in for Thursday evening, and when it changes over to snow, that is what's triggered this winter storm watch for almost all of central New York from late Thursday into Friday. Let me show you how this develops with the futurecast. And this is part of why this system we've been advertising is so tricky to predict, because there's a lot going on. So what we're tracking now is an area of low pressure that is cruising through the lower Great Lakes. This starts as rain first. By Thursday evening, especially in the southern Finger Lakes, becoming a bit more widespread through the evening. Then watch what happens. And this is the next part of the forecast that is going to be very critical and what we will be watching like a hawk over the next day and a half. The track of this low pressure is going to really impact that changeover from rain to snow. If it tracks further to the north, that actually allows more warm air to move in, and that means we see more rain or mix, and that could dramatically lower our snow numbers. However, if this tracks any further to the south, that allows colder air to take over much quicker, and that means even more snow and snow falling sooner. Overnight Thursday into Friday, the higher elevations, the hills, will see that snow transition first. Then everybody changes over to snow by daybreak Friday. For your ride into work on Friday, what we'll be watching in the forecast is actually new. We're going to focus on the coast. That low pressure system kind of transfers its energy out to the ocean. And then this spinning system is what's going to wrap around extra moisture, bring some bands of heavier snowfall in the morning and midday Friday. That's what I think the heaviest snow is in parts of central New York. Winds will kick up too, so low visibility and just generally tough travel conditions during the daytime Friday. After this moves out for Friday afternoon, the winds behind this will kick up some lake enhancement. You can see that south of Lake Ontario. That'll be minor accumulation on top of what we see during the daytime on Friday, which, speaking of, here's the thinking right now. And remember, we are 2 full days away from this storm, so you have to give us a little leeway and check back for updates online and right here on CBS 5. But right now, the thruway corridor, the higher elevations and places south, we have in a 7 to 12-inch range. Up to the north, Oswego, anywhere from 3 to 7 inches, and way up to the north in Jefferson County, maybe 1 to 3, pretty minor. It is the higher elevations, those hills where it's colder and it snows longer, that's going to be critical in this forecast, and that's the best chance of seeing any snowfall totals greater than a foot, and that's what we'll be watching for the highest snow impact. So your key points for Friday: plan for snow. During the daytime, we should be cold enough for snow. Exactly how much? Still going to be some winter driving, and that snow that falls, it is heavy and it is wet. So as you're shoveling, as you're doing your snow removal, make sure you're being safe. Saturday, that leftover snow tapers off. We're dry by Sunday, and we're even mild again in the 40s by Monday.